Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be with you today. I'm Scott Ford, for those of you who don't know me. I'm coming to you from Park City, Utah. We're up in a cabin enjoying a week of cold weather. I think right now outside it's about 2 degrees, and that might be a little high. But this morning it was -2 or -3, so it's starting to warm up a little bit. It's going to be a nice day. Um, we're just up enjoying some time with the family and hanging with Gina and our nephews, and of course mine and Rhonda's kids as well, Shaylee and Kelsey. We've been having a great time, and it's a pleasure to be with you today and to be able to talk about one of my favorite products, one of the products that I have been using and use on a consistent basis. For anybody who knows me and knows how I utilize oils, this is one of my go-tos, especially going to the gym and working out and being as active sometimes as I like to be. I'd like to be more active, but the older I get, it feels like I'm really starting to slow down a little bit. But the Deep Blue, and not just the Deep Blue oil, but the Deep Blue products. And so I'm going to talk about 3 of them today. And we're going to start off with the Deep Blue oil. Now, I don't have a 5 mil on me. Normally when I travel, I love traveling with a roll-on. For some reason, the roll-on for me just seems to kind of do it. But for those of you who are not familiar with Deep Blue, and I think most of us are, and if you are familiar with it, have you used Deep Blue, and have you used it on a regular basis to help soothe your aching muscles and joints? And that's primarily what Deep Blue does in all of the lines, is to help soothe those aching muscles and those joints, those things that happen to us through life, whether we get carpal tunnel or whether we've got some kind of a daily lower back because we're sitting at the computer and we're always doing things, or we're out working in the yard. Our muscles tend to tense up on us and cause a lot of aches and pains, and it makes it hard at night to actually sleep. And here in a minute, I'm going to talk about this Deep Blue polyphenol complex, which I absolutely love as well. But let's get into the oil first. When we're talking about the oil, the Deep Blue oil is a proprietary blend of a grouping of oils that are specifically designed to help soothe muscles. And so, without saying much more than that, some of my favorites and some of the ones that I tend to use on, as well as the Deep Blue, I'll double up on the wintergreen and on the peppermint, the helichrysum, some of those, and then also within this mixture is blue tansy and ylang ylang and some oils of that nature. Deep Blue has a very invigorating aroma as well. If you haven't used it, one of the things that I absolutely love about it is the way that it opens up my sinuses in the morning. When I apply Deep Blue and specifically Deep Blue rub, and I tend to use a lot of Deep Blue rubs, especially prior to going to the gym. So I'm going to be going skiing here in about an hour or so. And when I'm done with this presentation, I'm going to go into the bathroom and I'm going to lather up with my Deep Blue rub. I'm going to throw on some Deep Blue. I'm going to throw on a bunch of other oils, which I absolutely love. Some of them which I've already named. Past Tense is, again, one of my favorites. And I love the way that my body feels after I have lathered up and oiled up and covered myself from head to toe almost. And literally, I try to get every muscle that I can reach. I don't have the flexibility that some of you have, so I can't reach every part of my back. But it opens up my body, just feels alive. I can breathe better. I feel like I've got a little bit more energy, and I'm ready to go out. Now, what's interesting about the Deep Blue and the Deep Blue products and any of the oils that we use, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's going to eliminate aches and pains. It helps to soothe aches and pains, and I think that's something that we really need to concentrate on. That's part of the reason why I use it before I work out. And then depending upon the aches and pains that I've got after I've showered and everything, I may throw a few more oils on just to kind of help soothe some of those aches and pains and some of the nagging injuries that we continue to experience throughout life. But realize that with these oils comes a soothing effect. and a very cooling effect. Now, with that, also be very, very careful. Deep Blue straight on can be a little, for sensitive skin, can be a little over soothing, if you know what I mean. It can be a little, the cooling effect can have have a burning effect, if you will. I really, me personally, I don't use any carrier oil when I'm doing Deep Blue rub in my oils. My Deep Blue rub actually acts more of my carrier, because this is what I put on first before I put anything else on my body. So I've already kind of lathered up, and I've already put a little bit of lotion on. Now the lotion obviously has the Deep Blue in it, and then I start putting oils on top of that. So my Deep Blue rub is actually kind of my carrier. So going back to the deep, so be careful, especially with children and people with sensitive skin. Be aware that you really do need to have a carrier oil available. And I would, first-time users, absolutely use a carrier oil, because it does have a nice, cool, soothing sensation that can get a little difficult. I've got a great story. My brother and I, we were staying at a hotel someplace over in the Orient, and he had a sore back, and so I put a little bit of Deep Blue rub on him, and we did our workout and all, and then afterwards we got into the hot tub. And if you've ever put Deep Blue on and then have applied hot water on top of it, it's more than a cooling sensation. It's literally a burning sensation. And he popped up out of that hot tub like his back was on fire. And Aaron McBride was actually with me, and we had a great time with that. So this big old tough guy thought that this Deep Blue was not very much, this Deep Blue rub. But this Deep Blue rub is fantastic. If you're building a business, for men, this seems to be the one oil or the one product that men have a quick response to. And so if you're looking for that oil experience, for that product experience for men, go for the Deep Blue rub. This is because most of us have back issues, and the way that we work and the way that we do our daily activities, this is a great way of overcoming some of that muscle tenseness that we experience in life. So the polyphenol. Let me, if you haven't tried this one yet, and I would suggest taking a look at this Deep Blue polyphenol complex. This thing came out several years ago, and immediately several of us took to it. And I take 2 of these daily. Sometimes I take 4 daily, depending upon, again, how I feel. It is suggested that 2 a day is the suggested use. One in the morning, one in the evening. Quite often, I like to go 2 in the morning, and then if I'm feeling some tenseness and a little bit of uncomfortable, vibe in my muscles, I'll take 2 at night before going to bed, because this Deep Blue polyphenol complex is the powder form, and it has frankincense, and it has turmeric in it, and it has several other powder complex that help to soothe aching muscles and soothe joints and pains and things of that nature. So this is the pill form of these right here, with the benefit of the frankincense and the turmeric. And I think that we're all starting to learn a little bit more about turmeric. There's a lot of information, and I think that we're gonna, over the next several years, we're gonna become more and more educated about the benefits of turmeric. And I think with the frankincense, we pretty well have a pretty good understanding of frankincense. But I think that we still are gonna learn more, and the benefits are gonna continue to just wow us as we experience these products and experience some of the other great products that doTERRA will continue to provide for us. So I've got a real simple product here today. There's not really much more else that I really want to share with you, other than if you haven't tried these, try them. They're awesome. These are some, I mean, again, these are some of my favorite oils, and I can't live without them. I cannot go to the gym without oiling up with these, and my day is not complete. Now, obviously, I take, LLV, and I'm sure many of you do as well. LLV, the turmeric, Deep Blue, Mito 2 Max. I've got a whole handful of pills that I love taking, and that's just part of my daily routine. As well as, I cannot go to the gym. I'm not going to be able to go down on the ski slopes without oiling and lathering up with my Deep Blue, because I feel like that my muscles are now prepared. It loosens me up. It gives me a little bit of energy. It allows me to feel alive and to feel like I'm ready to go out and have some fun. So Deep Blue, great products. This whole entire event that Gina's doing is a great event. If you haven't experimented with some of these oils, this is a great time to play with and feel great with these products. This is all about, how do these things make you feel great? So I hope that you guys are all having some great success. I'm hoping that some of you who haven't tried some of the products that have been covered and that will be covered, I hope that you have some great response personally with some of these products, and that you come to that realization of the power of some of these products. So it's great being here with you. And let me just close with this. For anybody who knows, for anybody who knows Rhonda and I, first off, let me just say thank you for your prayers and for your kind thoughts. And some of you reach out periodically and are checking in on her. She's not doing great right now, but you know what? She's got a great attitude. She's hanging in there. She's going to do the best she can, and she's a champ. For all those who for all of you who know her, you know that she's not a quitter, and she's strong. She's very strong-willed. She's doing as good as she can right now. So if you've been praying for her, keep praying for her. And again, I really appreciate your thoughts and your prayers, and I know Rhonda does too. Rhonda loves you as well. I do too. Rhonda is a special person, and I know that if you know her, you know that. So thanks for your time. Enjoy your Deep Blue products, and love doTERRA. It's just, there's nothing better, guys. So have a great day and feel great with your 8. Have a good one, guys.